So what's up everybody, how you doing? DJ Motivation, you already know. Hey, so I already made a video about exercising, and that's kind of what I wanted to do in this video here, or this vlog, is trying to kind of show you that there's a difference of making a video of just working out versus making a cinematic B-roll of you working out just using yourself. I know right now a lot of people can't do much because of quarantine, but you can still do things for yourself or do things on your own. This is why I'm doing this type of video, because I am home. My wife works, she's an essential worker, but I am home pretty much doing editing, video production and things like that. And so therefore I don't have a PA with me to help me do anything, so I have to do it all myself. So with this video, you're gonna see two things. You're going to see the first video that I did, just using my camera, putting it up, and just doing the video. After watching the video, we clearly can see that, you know, it's not cinematic that much. There's not a lot of cool, epic, creamy B-roll shots and things like that. So I'm doing a vlog or behind the scenes so you can see what's my process of taking a regular video that I could make and turning it into a cinematic B-roll. So yeah, right here in front of me I have a GVM Great Video Maker slider, and the slider is a electronic slider. Now I know a lot of you guys might not have a slider yet. This slider here was about $350, so it's not really on the expensive side as getting a Rhino or something like that. But anyways, I figured I'll start the sequence with a little storytelling. So basically I'm here inside the house and I'm about to go outside and exercise. So I need to put on my shoes. And with that being said, I kind of have the slider set up quite low to the ground, because this is kind of how I want to film the whole B-roll sequence, as low to the ground as I possibly can. I will have one tripod that I'll be using as well, but for the most part I want to try to keep my shots as low to the ground as I possibly can go, and this is just a preference. You don't have to do this to be cinematic B-roll. This is just a preference that I want to do for this video, and I kind of want to see how it comes out. So yeah, let's get back to it. So one thing that you have to realize is when you're filming with yourself, you don't have anybody to help you out, so you have to pretty much, If you're going to use manual focus like I use, you have to make sure you set your manual focus. You have to do a couple trial and errors to make sure your focus is in. And then also you got to figure out what is your angle going to look like. And so after you do all of that, you might have to do multiple takes to get the take that you want. Having the slider will make your life much easier, because if you don't have somebody that could frame up the shot or pull the focus or any of that, you can actually put your coordinates into the slider, and the slider, you can actually see a test run of your slider, you can see a test run of how your shot is going to look. But then after you do all of that, you want to make sure you go back and check your footage. It's always good to have something that you can pull focus on. So in my case, I have another tripod, and I'm going to use that tripod to pull focus on. So that tripod would be basically me. I'm actually looking online right now, well, not right now at this second, but I'm looking online to see if I can find like a dummy or something to pull focus to. I don't know what that's even called. So if you got an idea of what I'm talking about, something that I can put in place instead of me, similar to a dummy that I can pull focus on. Whatever that is, leave it in the comments, let me know, because I'm looking for it. So I brought out another camera lens. However, that camera lens is a 55 millimeter on the end of the lens. So my ND filter that's on my 50, is that a 50? Yeah, my 50 millimeter is not going to fit on that. It's two different sizes, unfortunately. So I'm going to try to shoot as much as I can with the prime lens and see if I can make it work. And on top of that, this is what I'm seeing right now. Let's see if you can see that. So you can see what's kind of my highlights are blown out, and then those are my settings. I'm shooting at 60 frames per second. I'm not shooting in 4K. I'm just going to shoot in 1080p because of my prime lens, because my camera is going to crop in if I shoot at 4K. So I'm just going to shoot this. 125 is my shutter speed. 2.2 is my aperture, and of course ISO is 320. For my slider here, I have it set at 93% speed, and pretty much this is my, if I press over, that's going to be my movements. So if we look in, you can kind of see it's going to start basically over here as I'm coming upstairs, and then if we go over, it should end on where I would set myself up to put my feet to stretch. So pretty much I just figured out the focus that I want. Now I'm going to move that tripod out of the way, and I'm going to put myself in the shoot or the shot. All right. So I did like that shot. I just looked at the playback, but honestly, I want to see a little bit more of my head. I want to see a little bit more air or room over my head. So I'm going to go back downstairs, reset the gimbal or reset the slider, press record, and we're going to do the shot one more time, and then hopefully we can move on to some other stuff. All right. I think that was a shot. All right, so now we've already gotten a nice wide shot. I want to see if I can get a close-up of me doing the stretch, and I also want to see if I can get that detail. And so what I'm doing is I'm going to take the camera and the tripod off of, or the tripod head off of the slider, and I'm going to go with this tripod. I'm just going to screw this on, and then I'm going to see if I can put this on the staircase and get a closer shot. The thing about cinematography is you want to get multiple angles. You want to get a wide shot, a medium shot, and a close-up shot. Sometimes you can substitute one or the other. You don't need a wide shot, or you might not need a medium shot, but the detail, close-up detail shots is really what brings a video out and makes a video pop. So we just got that, and I'm just gonna check and see if the shot looks good or not. One of the tricks that I did was I took my shoe off and I pull focus on my shoe, and so that's what I'm looking at now, just to see if I actually stayed in focus the whole time. So for my next shot, I want to basically put my foot over this railing right here and then kind of do a stretch. And so I'm thinking that I'm going to pull focus on my shoe again, make sure to get my shoe in focus, and then after that I'm going to change angle to try to get my foot on the railing, stretching. Hopefully third time's a charm. So I basically just kind of put two shots into one. I wanted to do that, I wanted to do the jumping, and then I wanted to go downstairs. So that's what you just saw. So now we're about to check the footage and see how that came out. And the sun is really going down now, so we're gonna see if I can do anything else. If not, we might leave it for tomorrow and wait for the sun to go a little higher before it start going down again.